think these killers are going to obey those laws?
Oh, how about the war on drugs? Remember that one? Oh, it worked perfectly. There was not one person I knew that couldn't get what they wanted to get. What do you got, 350 million guns out there? The people, the murderers that want to get them are going to get them. All this is doing is robbing us of more of our rights, which they've continually done. And this is about your article for Easter about freedom. And you really go into some very important information under here. General warrants like those issued by the Secret Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court in Washington, D.C., authorized government agents to search wherever they wished and seize whatever they found.
That's what a secret court in London authorized British agents in the colonies to do, looking to see if papers in colonists' homes had the king's stamps on them. And that caused a revolution. Today, we have the same thing. We have a secret court in Washington, not in London, authorizing federal agents to listen, to surveil, to monitor, to get inside every cell phone, wherever they want, and capture whatever they find. It's the same thing repeated. 250 years ago, it caused a revolution. Today, it will cause another revolution for freedom. I hope it's not a bloody one.
You know, you know what I say. You know, you are the judge of freedom. You are a man of peace, and you are a defender of justice. We need somebody like you to really be out there and stand up, because these people that are robbing us of our freedom, our joy, our liberty, our life on earth, they don't have the knowledge that you have. Again, there's nobody with the judicial authority that you have in the background. They can't stand up to you. And you're a defender of what this country was founded upon. You know, what our ancestors were so proud of when they came to America. They'd be turning in their graves to see what happened now.
They were the current president of the United States, and it's the same with many of his, or all of his modern predecessors. They don't understand freedom. The oath to uphold the Constitution is just a fiction that they have to go through. They don't believe that our rights come from our humanity. They believe that our rights come from the government, and therefore they can open the spigot of liberty and close the spigot of liberty whenever they want. But if our rights come from our humanity, as Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence, as Madison wrote in the Ninth Amendment to the Constitution, then the government can't take our rights away unless it proves guilt at a jury trial. Obviously, a bank robber loses his right to be free once he's convicted. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the government assaulting our rights to speech and assembly and worship, your right to control your face, your right to control what goes in the veins in your arms. All those rights belong to us as humans. They come from our humanity. They're not the government's to give or take away. How many times do we have to go through this, Gerald? That seems to be getting worse every week. That speech Joe Biden gave, what's today, Wednesday, on Monday about guns was just so dopey, loopy, ignorant of the Constitution. It's hard to believe that the President of the United States, himself a lawyer, the former chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, is so ignorant of constitutional principles.
He's arrogant. He's arrogant and ignorant. He's a member of the club, the arrogant, ignorant club. Again, you have another law. What you also wrote, you said, when the government takes away freedom, whether by fiat or legislation, it steals a gift we received from God. It violates the natural law and the Constitution, and it prevents us from seeking the truth. Freedom is the essence of humanity. No one can achieve happiness or truth without it. Government is the negation of freedom. Could you imagine you're writing this? Could you imagine you're writing government is the negation of freedom? That's how low we've sunk?
That is how low we are. Government has become the opposite of freedom. That's all it does is steal a freedom, and it steals our assets as well.
So do you think
And,
a revolution of freedom is coming?
I do. I think it'll be a revolution in people's minds. I think someone or some group will arise from somewhere who will draw people, blue-collar people, freedom-loving people, Democrats, Republicans, even some progressives who really feel that the government's trampling of civil liberties, enough is enough. We just won't tolerate it anymore.
You know,
Well, look at that. In New Jersey, this idiot Governor Murphy's education department has ordered public school teachers to teach second grade students LGBTQ plus.
can you imagine this? Can you imagine
Quote. Here's a quote. You don't have to have a penis to be a boy. Imagine teaching that to a 7-year-old girl in a government school. That is just reprehensible. That will cause a revolution where the parents will want to take control over the schools.
What is that quote?
That's what's happening.
You don't have to what?
You don't have to have a penis to be a boy. They're teaching that, or they will starting this September, to 7-year-old girls in New Jersey.
You know, I have to say, this is beyond what's going on is beyond the human understanding. You know, they say there are more galaxies than grains of sand. You know, this is something from an outer world that's demonic and satanic, what's going on. That we're even having this conversation. First of all, when you're a kid, you don't know shit. You don't know anything. And now they're going to brainwash you. They brainwash you. It's all the public school system is. It's a brainwashing system. You don't know anything. What the hell do you know when you're a kid? I didn't start growing up till I was about 48. You know,
Well, that was only a few years ago.
Yeah. No, really, you don't know anything. You're growing up. You don't know.
Even from the point of view of the leftists and Marxists, I don't understand why they would want the government to go there. I mean, it's repellent, it's disgusting, it's demonic. Why should a government employee be indoctrinating a child about the child's wishes to change the child's gender at age 7? I mean, this violates the rights of parents to raise and educate and teach their children. What does the left even gain politically by doing this?
Again, it's something beyond our understanding, is what I believe. There's some other force going on. Look, a dog can't read or write. You know, they're limited in what they can do. The humans are limited in what we could do, I believe. We only could go so far with our understanding of what's going on beyond what we can see. We're one little tiny planet in a whole universe. And